What's going on, guys? We are back with Pop Report update number 83. We're going to be going over December 26th through January 1st, 2023. So we will go ahead and start off with PSA. PSA graded total 192,423 cards this week. Drop off of a little bit over 42,000 cards compared to last week when they graded 234,000. Leading the way once again this week was TCG with 70,000, and then baseball with 41,000, basketball 29,000, football with 25,000, and then hockey 7,000, soccer just shy of 7,000, and non-sports cards with 6,000 cards. The 292,000 graded this week does not rank in the top 10. Here we see in the chart right here, number 10 is 252,000, so they were ways off from being ranked in the top 10. So, all right, moving on to CSG. CSG graded a total of 6,190 cards this week, which is a drop off of 2,180 cards compared to last week, where they graded 8,370 cards. Leading the way this week was baseball with 2,300 cards, and then basketball and football with 1,600 cards each. Moving on to CGC, which is a sister company of CSG. They graded a total of 22,976 cards, which is an increase compared to last week by 6,210 cards. Leading the way this week, as always, is going to be Pokemon with 22,120 cards, and then Magic the Gathering with 659, and then Pokemon Tops came in at 197 cards this week. In total, between CSG and CGC, they graded a total of 29,166 cards, which is an increase compared to last week, where they graded 25,136 cards, so not too bad. Also taking in mind that the last 2 weeks have been holiday weeks with Christmas and New Year's, so service may have been impacted by all the grading companies as they take time off to celebrate for the holidays and stuff. So we'll come back to COMCMySlabs in a minute. I just wanted to move on to the grading companies that we do. Tag. I made a little mistake on Tag. So there was another column that I should have been seeing here. So basically, I corrected Tag here. So the in all total is going to be 2,735 cards. Total added this week. So going forward, I should have Tag pretty much on point at this point. When if you look at different pop reports and stuff, some of them are a little bit different the way that they're laid out on the website. So sometimes it's just it takes a minute to kind of figure out the layout of the pop report. So all-time total at Tag right now sitting at 4,363 cards. HGA graded a total of 1,527 cards this week, which is a small little dip compared to last week by 410. Their all-time total sitting at 441,876. And then AIDS grading did not see any update on their pop report, which I'm thinking is because of the holidays, because they've been pretty consistent on adding or updating their pop report. So there's that. All right, moving on to COMC. So COMC saw a huge dip in football by 4,140, and in hockey with 1,826. I'm not sure what that's about right there. So not sure what's going on there. And again, when I started to look at this, the totals between these two groups of numbers here, they should match. And this week they were not matching, which When this happened last time, about a month and a half ago, um, they added a new category. So I don't know if that's what they're in process of doing. Maybe next week or the week after, maybe adding a new category to COMC. If I was willing to put my money on it, I think they probably are, because I double, triple, checked this to make sure I got the accurate numbers, and they were not matching up. So stay tuned for COMC, see what happens there. But for now, there was 4,464 less unique cards on COMC compared, for this week, uh, which is weird. So MySlabs. Um, MySlabs, of course, I've mentioned it quite a few times. It's one of my favorite selling platforms out there. So we will go ahead and start off. So the graded cards, there was 122,482 graded cards up for sale on MySlabs, which is a huge decrease compared to last week by 2,357. I think I'm chalking this up to the holiday season. People are going out of town, so maybe they're putting their inventory on MySlabs on vacation mode, so that's why it's decreasing the number of slabs up for sale. Same thing happened with raw cards. There was 11,949 raw cards up for sale, which is a decrease by 246. And then same with raw card lots. There was 1,303 raw card lots up for sale, decreased by 26 compared to last week. As for their sold listings, there was 744 sold slabs last week, which is an increase by 198 compared to last week. Raw cards, there was 54 raw cards sold, which is a decrease by 20. And then raw card lots, there was 6 sold, increased by 4 compared to last week. In all, for the card section only, there was an increase by 182 compared to last week. So 804 raw card listings that were sold last week on MySlabs. Wax, there was 100 wax listings sold on MySlabs, which is an increase by 23 compared to last week. And then slab comics, there was 7 of those, increased by 1 compared to last week. So in all, there was 911 sold listings on MySlabs, and that is an increase by 206 compared to last week, where they had 705. And then we're going to finish this off by going over the type of slabs that are being sold on MySlabs. So for this week, PSA, there was approximately 546 PSA slabs that were sold, increased by 148. BGS, there was 90 of those, increased by 50. And then BVG, Beckett Vintage Grading, there was 1 of those sold this week. And then CSG, there was 13 of those, decreased by 5 compared to last week. And then SGC, there was 79 of those, which is an increase by 7 compared to last week, when there was 72 sold. So not too bad. But that's it for this week, guys. I know I kind of like stumbled across the COMC and the tag this week, but hey, that's just the way it goes sometimes. But hopefully you guys understand what's going on this week. But if you have any questions, let me know, and then I will get back to them. All right, thank you guys. Hopefully everyone had a great New Year's, and talk to you guys again next week. Bye.